Good morning. How are you today? Hi, it's me, Anna Walker, otherwise known as FELTit, and today we're going to make a cool cardboard mask. This is something that we can decorate any way we want, and we could even decorate it with felt and fibers, which is what I usually work with, but today we're going to use paint, and you might use papers, you might use washi tape. Your imagination is all you need today to have fun with our project. We're just going to need a few things, and then we'll get on to making our masks. So let me flip the camera down and we'll go over what you're going to need. Hi, Ben! Thank you for my birthday card! Okay, so here we are. We need some pieces of cardboard. We're going to need some glue. Going to need some scissors. We are also going to need washi tapes if you want to use that for decoration, or paints. And if you're using paints, I recommend having a baby wipe handy to clean your brush on, some water handy to clean your brush on, and maybe a paper plate to use for your palette to hold all your paints. But first, let's start with creating our mask, okay? Now, I have just some little pieces of cardboard, and I'm going to cut those into the shapes to make a face. Now, this is one face that we're going to make, and we'll start on a second one. This is the one that we'll paint together today, okay? But this is kind of our idea for what we're going to go for. And you can let your imagination just go crazy with you on this. Now, for my face part, the big part of the face, I put some washi tape down on cardboard. Washi tape holds really, really well on cardboard. And you can give a very cool decorated finish to the face when you do this. To start out, I like to come in and just sort of round out the top of the head, come down the sides, just using my scissors, and then make a chin. And then I do the same thing on the other side. And so let's see if I can do this well enough. Let's move this back just a little. Let's see if I can. I mean, our faces aren't even. They're not completely even, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, so there's our face shape. All right, there's our face. And I'm going to set it right here. That's not bad. We did okay. Cheek's a little wider on this side. Maybe I want to trim that off a little bit. Looks like they've got mumps on one side. There we go. Now it's a little more narrow. And we can even use these scrap pieces for things like eyebrows, but I have some smaller pieces that I can use. So this fella, I think it's a fella, I gave him some, short spiky hair. We need a nose, we need some eyebrows, some eyes, and we need a mouth. So I'm just going to use the small pieces of cardboard that I have here to make those shapes. Now, because the nose is a little bit of a bigger shape and the mouth is a little bit of a bigger shape, and if we're going to do hair or anything like that, that's definitely a bigger shape. So let's take and cut this large piece of cardboard down. And sometimes you have to start the cardboard on one side and then move to the other side. I'm going to use this bigger piece to figure out hair or a hat or something. But this is the piece that I'm going to use for the nose and for the mouth. So this is going to be the mouth and this is going to be the nose. Now we could leave it blocky like that if we wanted to, but I'm going to cut it into a shape. And so I'm just going to take, and for the mouth, I'm just going to cut in some angles here. And there's our mouth. It's not perfect, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now the nose is really interesting. Can you see the nose on that guy? See, this is a pretty substantial nose. And I'm thinking that because this is a flowery kind of face, that this might be a girl. And that's why I made more of a rounded shape for the mouth instead of just the big grin that I did for this one. For the nose, I'm going to make it a little more narrow and a little more delicate. So I'm just going to come in and cut angles here And hang on, I've got to go to the door. I'll be right back. Okay. So I usually drop your packages off on my way to this way. No worries at all. All right, you have a wonderful day here. Thank you, you too. Live TV, sometimes you have to answer the door. Okay, so since I think this is a girl, her nose is going to be a little shorter. And I'm going to make her nose a little rounded here. So what do you think? I think that looks pretty good. I think that works, don't you? All right, let me get the scraps out of the way here. Now we need some eyes and some eyebrows. So I think girls' eyebrows are really thin sometimes. At least mine used to be. So I am just going to cut just some thin little crescents here. And they don't have to be even. I mean, eyebrows rarely are. That one has a little bit of a glitch in it, so let's do that. Oh, I kind of like it that they're uneven. What do you think? Oh, we've got a little glitch here too. The cardboard folded over on itself. Okay, so there's our eyebrows. And we can put them any way we want to. We'll figure that out when we start gluing it down. And let's see, we need eyes now, don't we? So I'm going to take the cardboard, I'm going to cut it down a little bit, because I think that those will be, oh, should we have her eyes going really long? I like that idea. So let's do that. Let's just round off these bits. We can make this mask any way we want, and we can create the beauty in this any way we want. So whatever shapes look really cool to you, use those shapes on your mask. See, and our eyes, you know what, I'm going to make this one a lot shorter. We're going to go for kind of a Picasso-y kind of thing, where things are not even. Ooh, so we have a big eye and we have a little eye. We could even have one eye going this way and one eye going this way. What do you think? Should this one? Like that. I like them both long. I like them both long. Ooh, there we go. There's some attitude and some interest. It's all about figuring out what looks interesting when you're putting the face together, okay? Now all we have left is to do something about the hair. Now, we could, if we wanted to, well, let's take this for an instance. Remember this wonderful little scribbly string and glue ornament that we made? We could always put something like that and glue something like that up here at the top and let that be the hair. You could poke holes in here and then string some yarn in there to make hair. But I think I know what I want to do. I want to do sort of a bun, sort of an old-fashioned bun. So I'm going to take, I keep moving this off camera and I apologize for that. I'm going to take and make one larger bun shape. And then I'm going to make a smaller bun shape. So we'll have the first bun shape there. And then we'll have another bun shape at the top. And, oh, I like that. What do you think? It could be a hat or it could be a bun. We can figure that out when we're putting it all together. I like that. All right, so we've cut all of our pieces out. We're done with our scissors for now. We can move all of our scraps away. The next step before we get to painting is to glue these down. Now, for the glue, I like to use tacky glue for this project because it attaches really, really well to the cardboard, but it doesn't get really super drippy, okay? And we just figure out where we want to lay the mouth. There we go. And we're just going to put a little bit of glue more toward the center of each piece, and then glue it down, push it down. And we're going to have to let this sit for a while so the glue can dry. So we'll do the painting part on our other face that I fixed up for us ahead of time. And now we'll get this eye. You could put circles for cheeks on here if you wanted to. You could just do random shapes, and that would be kind of cool. And then you could make up what you thought each one was. Decide what shape you want to use for what. I'm trying to get my fingers on this. There we go. And then let's glue our hair slash hat on. Now, for the hair hat, I'm putting the glue down on the face because I don't want the glue running off on the table. So I've got that there. And then this one could actually be behind, and that would help it be a little more balanced. I like that idea. So I'm going to put a little bit of the glue right here on the bottom part. Put my glue back with its lid on and move it out of the way. And then I'll lift this up and I'll figure out where that's going to go. See, that way it's got a piece of cardboard underneath here and a piece of cardboard underneath here, so it'll hold it more evenly as it's drying. So let me hold that out for you real quick. There is our cardboard mask that we've made this morning. We're going to let it dry, and then we'll have to paint it later. But I have this one that's ready to paint. So I'm going to move the paint palettes in here. I'm going to put the little piece of baby wipe over here. I'm going to move my water right next to the baby wipe so that I can clean my brush there. And then on my paper plate, my palette, I'm just going to put a little squish of the colors that I've chosen to use on the paper plate, and then seal up my tubes of paint again. And we're just going to get all of these out, and then we'll decide who and what portions of our face are going to be what colors. This is where you can get really super creative, because you can decide to go very modern art and have the eyes be purple and the nose be red and the mouth be yellow. You can choose whatever you want to be whatever color you want, because this is all about finding what your artistic imagination is going to put together. Now, I did sort of put all of these together sort of rainbow wise, except for the yellow. Yellow should be over there probably. But I wanted to go from lighter to darker, so I put the yellow here next to the white. So you see, I've just got a drop of my acrylic paint on each, spot. I left a little bit of room in between each of them. And I think to start out, I'm going to put some white here in the background. And we might need more white than what I have here, but we're just going to come in with our paintbrush and we're just going to paint our face. And don't worry if we get a little bit of the paint on something that's going to be a different color. We can take care of that when we get to that color. But I'm just putting the paint on here because we want to have a background. And I like using the white here because we could always, when the paint is dry, draw different designs on here to create some different colors. But mostly I'm using white right now so that you can see it on the camera, because it makes it a lot easier for you to see what's going on when I've got a bright background for you to have to contrast to when you're looking for the details and things. So that's why I'm using white. Any colors you want. This is all up to you and what you want to do with your mask. And like I said, we're probably going to need some more white before we're done, but we're doing pretty good here. I'm using a flat brush so that it's got a skinny edge that I can go in between things a little easier with, because my pieces are pretty close together. And I just want to be able to get that paint all the way in here, all the way around my different pieces that are standing up. You see, having that thin bit of the brush makes it a little easier to go around these smaller pieces. We're almost done with our background color. Then we can get on to deciding what colors we want to do for the rest of our face. Okay, I think our face is looking pretty good. So I'm going to clean off my brush here on the wipe, the baby wipe, and then mix it in my water. Clean it off and dry it off again. Okay, so now is when we can get creative. I think I'm going to go fairly traditional. So I'm going to put some red right here on the mouth, and there's still a tiny bit of white in my paintbrush, so it's going to almost turn it pink. And if we're really careful, because the cardboard sticks up a little bit, we can make sure that we don't get any color underneath onto our face. And we can keep the color just right up here on this elevated piece of the mouth. And it's just about, you know, being deliberate with your brush and coming in and working back and forth just right on top of the cardboard. There we go. And now let's rinse. Wipe it off in between. And I think we're going to go with green eyes. So let's just bring the green in here. And when the green part of the eye is done, we can always add some more color in here. We can layer colors on top of each other if we want. For today, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. But you get the idea. There's our green. And rinse. Off in between. And let's do yellow for the nose. I'm just choosing colors. I'm just picking whatever works. See, and I almost got some down on the white there because I wasn't paying close attention. But see how much fun this is? Really is a project where we can get very expressive and we can find some fun ways to explore our creativity. And now I think we need some blue in here, and oh, that blue is going to look really pretty on the eyebrows. I really like the way this is turning out. The other nice thing about painting on the cardboard is that the cardboard soaks that paint up pretty fast. So if you did want to layer some colors on top of each other, it makes it easier to do that. There we go. And now what we have left is our hat or our hair. And I'm going to turn this upside down. The paint is dry down here on the head, so I don't have to worry about that. And I think I'm going to do some wild stripes. And I'm just taking the end of the brush and I'm putting some orange down in different areas just to make some stripes. And then we'll come in with another color or two and we'll play with it. And I'm not, since I'm at the end of this, I'm not going to worry too much about cleaning my brush. I'm just going to come in with another color, and we're just going to put that other color right in here next to them. And that'll give us some really pretty variegations, because we've got a little bit of the orange, we've got a little bit of the yellow there. Move this over here. I think it's decided that yellow and orange stripes is what it wants. So that's what we're going to give it. Some of the stripes are thick and some of the stripes are thin. I like it. What do you think? That's pretty cool. So let's see if there are some last little bits that we can add here to make this a little fun. Let's take and use some of our red, and I'm just going to get a little bit on here, and I'm just going to make some little designs here just by turning my brush around and make little asterisk designs where the cheeks would be. You see how I'm just turning that and pouncing it all the way around? Oh, that's fun. Let's see, maybe we should do something similar for the eyes. Maybe we'll take a little bit of blue and put it right here in the middle. What do you think? I think this is pretty cool. This can be a lot of fun. You can work your imagination a whole lot with this project. And what if we take some white here and we give him some teeth? I think I'm done. There we go. There is our fun little decorative mask. I'm going to move the camera up, and I hope that you guys have a lot of fun making your own mask. This is a fun project that you can do anytime. The glue dries really fast, the paint dries really fast, and this can give you a really cool mask that maybe you'll want to hang up in your bedroom, or maybe you'll want to send it as a gift, put it in a frame and send it to somebody. But this was a lot of fun. I want to thank you for being here with me today, and I'll come back tomorrow, 10 a.m. I'll be here all week through Friday, 10 a.m., and we'll have another art project tomorrow. If you want to learn more about the FELTit Experience, or get the supply list for this week and the coming weeks, go to stabthingsintoexistence.com, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone.